Why? Because you're talking. It wasn't not you came at me for no apparent reason. Did you come at wait, question. Did you come at me for any apparent reason? Don't hold me. Don't trust me. I don't want your stinky hands on me. That's all. Are you fucking stupid? Come on now. Chill. I'm not chill. Funny enough, I'm being chill. We're all chatting.
Justice for Sylvester. One of the students fingered for Sylvester's death spotted bullying his mates. Guys, that video wey una just watch na about those people, I mean the students wey involved in Sylvester's death. Like, say no to bullying. Whether you are a senior student or not, this has to stop. Sylvester's death will not go in vain. Like, justice must prevail. Guys, has this matter don circulate follow everywhere for social media? How Dowen College they hide exactly wetin happen to Sylvester to his parents, like how they hide the truth even up to this moment, and they never even issue any statement whatsoever concerning Sylvester's death. According to the video wey circulate from the Romini's family, like Sylvester went through a lot of pain even before his death, and that is why so many Nigerians, I mean even from the top celebrities, they don't want to make this matter just die. Make them not wuru the matter. Make Sylvester get justice. According to his father, he said he will not be buried until justice is prevailed. Now, one of our media personality, when they call Africa Chick, can't let us know say Dowen College is not such a bad school. It has been in existence for over 20 years and they have produced lots of excellent graduates. Let us not write off Dowen for just one mistake. Let us also take into consideration all the good they have done in the past. For of little Sylvester's elder siblings passed through Dowen. According to her, yes, I want justice for Sylvester, but I also want coherent steps to be taken to unearth the truth so as to prevent a reoccurrence in real life. For those of you asking for Lami Phillips' head, all I can say is that Lami has been off Instagram for more than 2 months now, off and on, long before this incident. So if you think my friendship with Lami is enough to buy my conscience, then it means that you don't know me at all. Or I also forgive your ignorance. Above all, Lagos State government should do an autopsy to interrogate the accused children and their parents. Give the public feedback on their investigation. As they go, a child's life is involved here and we can't base things on hearsay. According to her, guys, in the let us know say people they feel say because she be friend to Lami Phillips, I mean the daughter of the owner of the school, so that is why she buy her conscience, make she not speak the truth. And the kind things when she can't let us know say Dowen College is not a bad school, say it don't they exist for over 20 years and they don't produce lots of excellent graduates. Make them not just write off the school just because of one mistake. That statement got Nigerians talking and they insult him for the comment section. Say whether he caused Sylvester's death just a mere mistake. According to some comments, yeah, Dowen has produced graduates, but they should answer the following questions. Why did they hide the truth? Why didn't they issue a statement as soon as it happened? Did they pay the family a visit up to now? Why did they continue doing online lectures after the school was shut down? Why didn't they report to the police immediately it happened? Honestly, they have not shown any act of humanity since this incident happened. I believe they should do more and be more humanistic in their approach. Guys, I go drop the video. Why some let us know say this one just useless. You don't know wetin she dey talk. If na your pikin this kind thing happen to, you know, we come sit down here they speak English. Meanwhile, guys, that video, the first clip una watch now from Sylvester friend, they don't promise to release everything how the school senior students they bully the younger ones, these junior students for the school, and they release many secrets wey no good at all about that Dowen College, Lekki, Lagos. Guys, I go drop the video again. Imagine the pain and agony when this child of 12 years old go through before his death. Like, justice indeed must prevail for Sylvester Jr. Guys, this na Violet Bass TV. To all my returnees, God bless you. And if you never subscribe, abeg smash on the subscribe button and make you remember remember to put up the post notification bell so that anytime when I upload any latest updates, you will get notified and be the first to watch. Guys, just enjoy the rest of the video where this our media personality still bring another face from these Sylvester's issues.
I've barely slept and I've been on a series of phone calls with regards to this issue about the unfortunate tragic death of little Sylvester. And so, I mean, I've also been accused a few times of silence and things like that. And so this morning I woke up and got dressed to go to church. Then I told myself my own church service is going to be right here. Someone needs to say some things that are not being said. I understand the outrage, concerning the death of little Sylvester, especially since there are so many unanswered questions since this incident. But unfortunately, unlike people who can afford to sit on the outside and make comments and post on social media, I don't have that luxury. I have a responsibility to make informed comments, investigate, and even suggest strategies on how to ensure that Sylvester to save his life. A lot of us know that in secondary schools, bullying go on. There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. But at the same time, while we are being angry, we should be looking for logical, we should be taking logical actions towards answering some of these unanswered questions. Has Dowen College done well in terms of communication since this incident happened? Definitely not. I was quite upset at them, to be frank with you. I'm like, why aren't they talking to us? Why aren't they telling people what they are doing? Until I found out that, they've been asked not to communicate further so as not to hamper with ongoing investigations. Okay, if that's the case, then who is doing this investigation? Someone definitely needs to speak to us. And then even we that are on social media shouting, I also believe that we should respect the parents enough to allow them to say that Sylvester left school on Tuesday with his guardian and came back on Thursday to move his things from school to go back to Warri. Surely if he was in such a bad state, he won't be coming back to school on Thursday to move his things. Surely if I'm the guardian and I go to a school to pick my ward and he was in such a bad state like the one that I saw in that video, I won't take the boy. The outrage would have been out on the internet long before his death. I would tear the school. I would scatter the school. Look, one of the twins in my orphanage came back from school one day with cane wounds all over his body. I tied bed sheets for her, then entered the school. It was cane wounds, but I had to go and ask who was beating up a 7-year-old to the extent of leaving marks on his body. Did he steal your girlfriend or your wife? So it won't take till the boy dies before this outrage will come out if he was in such a state at the time the guardian picked him up from school. Let's ask questions. Lagos State government, we need answers. Order an immediate autopsy. And then when I lost my son at my orphanage that had cerebral palsy, there are no good memories to go back to. I remember running out of the hospital that day half naked with my house coat open, running on the streets of Lagos before my friends forced me into the car and took me back home. So I'm saying that there's a family that is in real pain somewhere in Warri or in Lagos, where blogs are out here putting out fake stories, putting out fake love. There are individuals posting things as clickbaits, giving false narratives just so that you can draw traffic and distract people from the real cause that we should be chasing, which is justice for a 12-year-old boy whose life was cut short for reasons that we do not yet know. Because whether you like it or not, your hashtag justice for Sylvester is useless until we can answer the ground, during the football match. Someone must have escorted Sylvester to the sick bay on that Saturday or Sunday or whatever day it was after that incident. Let's begin to know what we are ticking off as lies, as emotional statements, and as facts. Instead of just running justice for Sylvester, kill Dowen, kill everybody, talk. What are you saying without facts? What has Lagos State government done? This is 2021 in the 21st century. Why do we still not have an autopsy report from like 3 pathologists? Why are we still saying, oh, maybe he was given a chemical to drink, maybe he was beaten? This thing is more serious than all of you are thinking. This is a life. And if there are potential bullies who would have done this, then we need to know on time so that we can call them to book and actions can be taken. If the boy passed on due to something else, we need to know what it was. Could it be negligence? I mean, he left school more than 6 days or about 6 days before he passed away. What could have happened in the course of those 6 days? There's even a story that says we can answer certain logical questions. What exactly happened to Sylvester? Okay, the school has said that, in fact, if God wants to begin to punish some of you people that are posting on social media, I saw a post where somebody said, someone got a message that Sylvester was beaten on the 27th. From my findings, Sylvester was already at home by the 27th. You people stop this. Not everything is for clout. Not everything is for clout, for God's sake. The school is saying that, okay, Sylvester fell down during a football match, while the father is saying that his son said on his dying bed that he never played football. Fine, Lagos State government, swing into action. If the school says Sylvester played football, he couldn't have been playing football alone. They should provide children who were on the football pitch with Sylvester playing football that day. Surely there must have been a child who spotted Sylvester instead of running with the crowd and just posting things. Inside me, I want to know why. This tragedy has already happened. Are we going to make it up with a second tragedy? Shouldn't we focus our energies on actually getting the true cause of little Sylvester's death so that we can put things in place to ensure that this kind of thing doesn't occur again, either in boarding schools, in our secondary schools, or in families, or whatever, or our healthcare system? I don't know which one to call. Look, I have lost a child. I have also lost an elder sister. So I can give you firsthand, I've experienced firsthand what the pain of losing a loved one is. When I lost my elder sister, I had to end up going for psychiatric help. Literally, before I could go on with my life. Those that know me would understand what I'm saying. Grieve, as far as their emotions take them. Because neither you or I, who only heard about Sylvester on social media, would love Sylvester or would understand what the parents are going through as much as his biological family. And even, none of us actually will feel the pain as much as his immediate community in Dowen. He must have had friends and teachers who were fond of him, who have been blown by this situation. And that's why when I'm getting angry with Dowen's silence, I'm also understanding that there's no perfect way to handle a situation that you did not plan for. It's not like Dowen sat down there and planned that they should lose a student at this point. They are grieving themselves. So maybe that is why their actions may not seem coherent to us, besides the fact that those of us that are asking questions behind the scenes in real life understand that there are certain things that they cannot do right now so that they don't hamper ongoing investigations. Yes, Dowen hasn't done well in terms of communication, but does that mean that strategies on how to ensure that Sylvester gets real justice based on the truth? I can't tell you that I understand what his family is going through right now. No parent should lose a child to education. And indeed, no child's life should be cut short, most importantly, simply because they were trying to get an education from a school. I went to a boarding school myself. I was a first-hand victim of bullying. In fact, I ended up in the hospital my first night in boarding school. But at least God spared my life. And I'm here today to tell the story. Right, so while we are angry for someone like me, the focus should be what exactly happened to Sylvester. What could have been done differently to save his life? We should kill Dowen, so to speak, because of this incident. A school that has been in existence for over 2 decades and has produced graduates in different fields and excellence. If it was such a bad school, come on, don't you think that it wouldn't have taken this long for this kind of thing to happen? Right? How about the good that the school has done in the past? Do we forget it all of a sudden because one unfortunate incident happened to them? Let's be thinking while we are taking our actions. Little Sylvester has had 4 other siblings pass through Darwin. If it was such a terrible school, do you think the father would have taken a second child there after the first? So for me, while people say, oh, so there was a comment on my page that said, do the logical thing that every celebrity would do, call out Dow. And I'm not a celebrity. I'm a young, hardworking entrepreneur who's a mother of 24 children, and then an activist for justice where I can. So when there's a situation going, instead of